Christy and I got to spend the morning with Rick from Corti Brothers. If you aren't familiar with Corti Brothers, they've been a staple in the Sacramento area since 1947. They were looked at as a corner grocery store, with Darrell's father, Frank, bringing in many different types of foods that weren't readily available in Northern California. Things like Parmigiano Reggiano, different types of balsamics. Their farm fresh produce is what we wanted to talk to Rick about. They source locally, and they always have. We talked to Rick about things like how produce was organic 100 years ago. We talk about their Italian balsamic vinegar and what it takes to make that. But we hope you find as much excitement about this video, that there are still grocery stores around whose attention to detail is as exquisite as Corti Brothers. So we hope you enjoy this video, and here we go.
Like, I watched the clip that you had sent me and talking about how Alice is like, oh, when I'm looking for this ingredient or this thing, I know exactly, and I don't know what it is, I know exactly what to call, Darrell. And I also, like, how did you start working here? From your breadstick flip? Because you're not like old enough to...
I know.
New best friend. I'm 65.
Wow, you're a good 65.
And how many years have you worked for Corti Brothers?
Let's see, today's the 17th, so in 5 days it'll be 47 years.
Whoa, so, oh my gosh, so I can't do math right now. How old were you when you started here?
I was 18.
Okay.
And so what did you do at 18 here?
I started bagging groceries. Darrell's father hired me. 1 month after I started, there was an apprenticeship, and he says, you're pretty good. We're going to promote you, but you have to bring your replacement. So I had worked at a grocery store across the street from Dick's Ice Cream in Land Park for a year. I met a friend of mine who's a year older. I said, we were working at that store. He was still there. I came here. I said, you got to come work here. He took my place. I got promoted. A month later, they promoted him into the meat department for 47 years. He retired as our meat manager.
Oh.
Which my husband, I will disclaimer, my husband will drive down here for your meats.
Well,
he says your meat section, not only are they knowledgeable, but you have the best meats.
Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect, but we care. So how I got here, Roy Taylor said, well, where else do you want to go? Corti Brothers, Tom Rayleigh's, because I know both of them. I said, well, my parents shop at Corti Brothers. That's kind of more interesting. I'd like to go there. Made a phone call. I came down. Frank gave me an apron, said, if you don't know, ask, and always put my raviolis flat. And I've been here.
You should have a t-shirt that says that.
Yes, you
always put my raviolis flat.
Right. So getting back to the question of organic, because what you guys do 10, 15, 20 years ago, organic was ugly. It was not good looking. It was hard to get. Okay.
And it always looked bad in the grocery store. I felt it was always spoiled and no one had bought it.
Do you know the new meme? And there's a truth to it.
Yeah, I don't know it.
100 years ago, everything was organic.
True.
I totally...
Okay, so what it took for us is Dionisio, our produce manager, when he came in, we had very little organic. Well, he said, well, I need to change things because people want organic.
Yeah.
Now, the vast majority of our products tend to be organic because they're better. And people want good looking. So,
good looking.
They taste better. They look better.
This is like the Brad Pitt of produce.
Right.
No, it really...
I've been blessed to travel with Darrell to a lot of different cultures, and when you sit down to a table, you all share that in common.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. That was so true. That's also like with music. My big thing with music, everyone
Music
interprets
too.
things different. It's heard all around the world. It brings people together. I mean, I love that.
Music is, I just heard this the other day, music is one thing that scientists in its development, they'll say, oh, there's music in nature. Is there? Birds sing. No, they're not singing.
Yeah.
They're vocalizing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay? Music is mathematics. Music is harmony. Music is rhythm. Music evokes feelings.
Yeah.
Explain that one.
No, I know.
That's
You
it. That
can take it to a memory. You can
yeah.
do a song, and that can also be with food.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I always, when I do.
Don't let me block
holiday
these
dinners,
beautiful
I do,
tomatoes.
Filet mignon, and we always do like Frank
What do you
Sinatra
use
or
them
some
for?
sort of big
Oh,
band,
we're
because
gonna make
usually we have to go into a
what's the
steakhouse.
Exactly.
Italian dish where you
Exactly.
put mozzarella
Like
cheese
your
on them,
produce
and
is so
you
beautiful, and
spread
you guys have things
with
that I have.
olive oil and basil.
Romanesque.
You know what? The caprese?
Yeah, caprese.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, here, they got it all dialed up for you. No, these were beautiful.
But
they're
that's
really
like our big
nice.
thing, is trying to expose kids to things that are not, they wouldn't normally be exposed to.
Well,
Right?
Darrell has the memory of a steel trap.
So does my dad.
And
You guys
he's
are like my
so
dad.
Passionate. I'm blessed. I'm
You have an amazing
Yes.
memory as well. Like
I'm
incredible.
passionate about it. You know,
I could tell. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like to be inherently good. I wear an apron and sell groceries. My
That's not
vocation.
just your.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but humbly, I'm here to serve people. And how can I best serve people? I have to know what I'm talking about.
An expert.
And I
Yeah.
and I can't get full of myself because what I know today is going to change tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Nothing stays the same.
Yeah.
Produce was organic.
Yeah.
Until we changed it.
Then it became non-organic. Now we're realizing, Terra Madre, we're realizing,
Yeah.
you know, and there's methodology and it gets really complicated. A sculptor makes a statue a chip at a time.
Yeah.
Boom. So,
Yes.
again, getting back to all of this,
Oh,
one
just-
of Darrell's things was he knew of balsamic vinegar. In the 70s, we ended up getting balsamic vinegar, but it was industrial. And the reason being is that real balsamic vinegar can only occur by a hobby. If you're to start today in Modena and Reggio Emilia, the two provinces that have the denomination of origin protected, you are going to have your property within the geographical boundary. You are going to apply with the consortium in the province. We are going to start making a Cetto Balsamico Tradizionale. Okay, what is it? We have to do a little bit of logical historical deduction because we don't know the real point in time. We do know that the Romans only had honey as a sweetener. That was the only sugar they had.
Which is not bad for if
Which
you
is
don't
not
have
bad.
sugar.
Which
To
is not
figure
bad.
that out.
Yeah.
But, well, then you had a lot of time. You also had to worry about the seasons because everything was cyclical.
Yeah.
You harvested, you stored, you survived winter, you
Started over.
spring came, you started over again. Okay. So, the wine culture, they were making wine. You have grapes. They were pressing the juice out of grapes to making wine. This leftover material, nothing, you couldn't waste anything. Okay. So it was cooked with, it was used in different ways. At some point in time, when we started using metal and making metal pots, somebody realized that if you heated that must, you would release sugar. And you can go, this is a project for your kids.
Okay.
Okay? You can go to any vineyard.
Okay.
And after they've harvested the initial harvest, there's going to be the secondary crop that just stays.
Yeah.
When the grapes ripen and ripen and ripen, they have more sugar content. Okay?
RS.
No,
No,
that's
what's the
residual
residual
sugar.
sugar? Yeah.
That's residual sugar. That's actual Brit.
Brit.
The
Okay,
Brits.
the Brit.
The Brits. Okay. So you get sweeter. You get the sweetest grapes come from the ones that stay on the vine longer. Peaches, anything that's a sugar-bearing fruit. So you pick those grapes, you press out the juice, you put it in a pot and boil it. Slowly, simmer it. And what'll happen is you'll get a syrup. You then filter it.
Okay.
You get rid of the stems and the seeds, and you filter it through a fine screen, a mash.
What do you use
And
that for?
you have pure sugar.
Oh.
Balsamic.
Oh.
That's what Saba is. Okay?
Oh.
So, that was Rome's second sugar.
Okay.
Okay?
How
So they added
fascinating.
that to things.
Yeah, they added that to
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Urban legend, that's how the snow cone happened.
Oh,
You have the
interesting.
Alps, and you
Okay.
have snow, and you have sugar. Urban legend.
yeah.
Again,
I love it. I'm here
And
for
we
it.
came in and put
there
artificial
are those
coloring in
that
it.
say that's where the snow cone came from, and there are those that will say urban legend, but it makes
That's
logical.
fascinating.
We
Yeah.
turned it into a
sense.
rainbow.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
we brought it to the States and we ruined it with
Exactly.
artificial flavor.
So you had the second sugar. Well, at some point in time, we started making barrels. At winter came, we made lots of Saba. We stored it in barrels. Somebody forgot a barrel. All sugar ferments into alcohol.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
All alcohol will acidify into sugar. It's the bacteria in the air that causes the conversion. During summer months, you have a heat reduction. That's a Cetto Balsamico Tradizionale. Okay?
Oh, that's a word.
If you're in the consortium, you can only use Trebbiano, the workhorse grape of the region, Black Lambrusco, and I think there are two other approved grape varieties, but the majority of balsamic vinegar are those varieties.
Okay, what were they again?
Trebbiano and Black Lambrusco.
Okay.
Okay, and there are two other
Trebbiano,
varieties. I
Black
forget the
Lambrusco.
other, but that's
Yeah.
most of the workhorse grape in the Emilia Romagna is Trebbiano.
I'm
and Black
tucking that in my
Lambrusco.
mind for when I'm on Jeopardy.
There you go. There you go. Exactly.
You should be on Jeopardy.
Yes.
We're
He
going to
and my
nominate
dad.
you.
He and my dad.
This is a batteria. 60 liters. This is why it's a hobby. You go there today. You bought your villa. You're in Reggio Emilia or Modena,
Sounds good.
and you've signed the contracts with the consortium. They can come and inspect you anytime, unannounced. You have to do it their way. Okay, so you can only use Trebbiano Black Lambrusco. This family, and you can see this on Corti TV.
Yeah,
When you
wait.
drive into their property up on this hillside overlooking the valley, on this side of the slope, they grow their Trebbiano, they make wine, and they make their own sugar. Sugar goes into the barrel. They don't wait. They inoculate it with some vinegar that actually has the acetobacter, which changes alcohol, the sugar to alcohol. So, excuse me. They inoculate it. That'll happen, and the acetobacter is what makes the alcohol convert into acetic acid. So, day one, you fill that with sugar. The sugar is making the barrel wet. You can only use certain wood. Can't use any wood.
Okay.
These are the list of approved woods. Call it a year. It goes through a hot summer, just like reducing
What is
a
the wood?
sauce.
What is the approved one?
The Castagno is chestnut. There's this. This is juniper,
wow.
and I forget what the other ones. One is ash. I forget what the other ones are.
And does Darrell collect these? Like, does he bring these back?
This was
Or-
gifted to him because he
Okay.
was the first person to bring a Chito Balsamico Tradizionale to the United
That's
States in
so cool.
1981.
That's amazing.
Getting
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to this,
if I-
so after one season, so let's say you start this at harvest. You go into the fall, you go into the winter. It's happening, but it's not happening at a quick pace because the temperatures are mild. You do this in an attic or an unair conditioned building, so it gets hot. So you go into spring, temperature starts heating up, it gets really active. Through the summer, when that room is 100, 110, 120 degrees, now you have a heat reduction, just like on a stove.
Yeah.
You're gonna aspire water, it's gonna reduce and concentrate.
Doing the work for you.
So when this drops to the size of your next barrel, that's 60 liters, this is 50. You
Oh.
don't want a lot of airspace.
I just got it.
You just got it.
I just got- they go
now
from
you
big
move it
to small,
Yeah.
to smaller,
okay.
to
So
smaller,
now
to
you
That's
move
a lot
it.
of work for some
That is a
balsamic
lot
It's a
of
vinegar.
work.
hobby.
Yeah,
It's a
totally,
hobby.
totally. You're
So
right,
now
yeah.
call it a year, and obviously these things can be off by a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months. It's all has to do with nature and man's manipulation.
Yeah.
So now that's a brand new barrel. It has something that's a season old, which is sugar to alcohol to acetic acid. Now you have a wet barrel that for a year had sugar, acid. What's in the barrel is seasoning the wood. Now you put fresh syrup in. The wood is seasoning the new syrup. So after 7
What a trip.
seasons, 60 liters now reduces down to 16.
Wow.
Okay? You still can't bottle it. You can't bottle it at all. The consortium will bottle it for you in the glass that the consortium owns. Because there's a bottle for Reggio Emilia, there's a bottle for Modena. That's it. So at 7 years, you're now going to the 8th year. This starts to condense. What do? You've only chosen 7 barrels. Well, this is a season younger. You now fill this with this, fill this with this, fill this with this, fill that with that, add new sugar. You're 9, 10, 11, 12. This is now 12 years old. Okay?
That's crazy. What if you mess up too?
Wait, but
I
this
know.
is-
Can you go backwards?
You're stressing me out. Okay.
No,
go.
okay, so we all, those that remember in the 80s and the 90s when balsamic vinegar was the thing and you saw these bottles that said, this is 100 years old and this is 40, they
Yeah.
were all lies. It was all misrepresentation lies. Okay? So when they developed the consortium, they had to bring legal thought into it. At 12 years, in 7 barrels, how old is this? It's not completely 12 years old.
Right.
It's at least 12 years old
Yeah.
because this has been there for 12 years. But it's a layer every time you're topping that off, it's a layer for a younger generation. So you're layering it.
Yeah.
So at 12 years, the consortium comes in, it passes. In Modena, I'll show you the.
I love how it's locked up. This is like
that's the special
the
stuff.
target of
What's in that rolled up thing? Is
I
that
think that's
just
a holder.
That's just a
that's the
holder.
gift box. Okay.
So this is the bottle from Modena,
Okay.
100 cc's, roughly 3.5 ounces. This is the bottle from Reggio Emilia.
Careful.
This is what they own. Okay, so at 12 years,
So
they
it has
test
to be
it.
this bottle
Yes, you can't bottle what you've made.
because it has to be in there.
So after 12 years, they come and they say this was from Modena, so it'll get bottled in that. They have 2 grades. At 12 years, if it passes minimum 12, it'll be bottled and called White Cap. In Reggio Emilia, it's either red label or silver label. They wanted to one-up Modena. Okay, this is the bottle for Reggio Emilia. Okay, you have 16 liters. It's so valuable after 12 years.
Yeah, you're gonna.
They've only
Yeah,
bottled
I'm gonna get
half
one.
of this. Okay, 12 years. Half of this 8 liters gets you 80 bottles to sell for 12 years worth of
Oh
work.
my gosh.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, you got to have another job while you're doing
Yeah.
that.
Now,
That's insane.
in order to be gold label, this process has to happen for a minimum of 25 years, or else it will never get a gold label.
So,
That's why it's short. But look at what the difference is.
so what are you doing with this? Are you just drinking it? Are you putting it on something?
this Caprese?
Like, what is
This
someone
is,
doing it?
yeah, this is romantic. We have
Okay.
people collect it just to collect
Oh,
it, just
okay,
to taste
okay.
it. Over vanilla ice cream, over Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. There will be, it was announced a couple months ago, there will be a feature film documentary about Darrell Corti and Corti Brothers.
Yeah.
I saw
In
that.
September 2023, after 14 days across Italy, we visited a family, so you will see us
Oh, really?
in the documentary. This
Aw.
will be probably March, February. It'll be a big premiere in town. You'll be able to watch it. So we were there. The most important thing about this is 2 elements. Minimum 12, minimum 25. More importantly, how old are the barrels? How long have they been producing? This is a red label that the barrels have been producing since 1970. This is a gold label, minimum 25.
Yeah.
The barrels have been producing since 1855. This is what time and hobby do to the viscosity.
Oh wow! Look at the one here.
Yeah, look at how
that
this
is
is
crazy.
clear.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how this
Oh,
clears.
whoa.
Yeah,
This is still like
and
thick,
this is
thick.
like cough syrup, like molasses.
Yeah.
Okay, so every time,
'Cause
like
that's the
a
gold
like a
label.
Solera of sherry, it's new material, old material that has new material added.
That's so
Or Valentino, one of the most important Italian restaurants, which now doesn't exist, dear friend of Darrell's. When Piero Salvaggio opened it in 1972, it was spaghetti or ravioli. It Americanized Italian. He traveled, he got in with the Hollywood Food Society, met Darrell, and now he started traveling back to Italy and converted Valentino into an authentic Italian restaurant featuring fresh ingredients, Italian foods, and arguably became, I mean, Wolfgang Puck and is,
Valentino. Okay.
Piero Salvaggio is the godfather to Wolfgang Puck's son. They
Oh.
worked together at Montesson, and they're still friends.
You're making
to
me
this day.
hungry. I kind of want raviolis.
So it again, it's about passion and
Authenticity.
and
too.
authenticity. So in the 70s, Dino De Luca started bringing in balsamic vinegar, which is vinegar that has sugar added to finished products, but they were misleading the world.
That's
Okay,
that's
even
wild.
today.
I was fooled.
Oh,
Yeah, me too. I
But-
was like 100 years I need it.
okay, but this is a rare hobby.
Yeah.
You can't, the
I see you do have some customers that buy that because
Well,
you
it's
are,
a dying,
yeah.
but it's a dying. It's not a dying breed, but like it's who wants to put
it's
the
still
time
right.
into that
Yeah.
when you can do this
right.
and probably make
see your
more
name.
money.
Okay, but in industrial balsamic vinegar,
Therein
for
lies the
us, it's a
problem.
matter of educating our
Yes.
customers.
Yeah.
And then this is
Yeah, I was wondering what
this
these are.
not certified.
Oh, okay. I would. This is more my price range.
Yeah, this
but
is-
I. Just
But you know what's
curious, yeah.
interesting about this? Going back to the very beginning, as we talk about having produce, like authentic produce, and tasting, like Alice Waters says, taste it as it is. This is why we do it on a level of way lower, of bringing in olive oils and balsamics that aren't like a Costco bulk, but like trying to teach people that like
Here's-
this is
yeah,
real
this is
balsamic.
And you're getting better quality.
This
Yeah.
is a field trip for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Bariani Olive Oil Company. They were a family of carpenters in Italy, and they had sons, and they wanted to come to California to live.
Oh, okay.
So they came to Sacramento. They bought property in Carmichael.
Oh, we'll go
They-
check them out.
They couldn't.
I thought you were asking us to go to Italy with
No,
you,
no,
and I
no,
was
no.
like,
We're going on the 707. We can't pick the
There you
kids
go.
up.
There
Sold.
you go. Yeah.
We're fun.
yeah.
We'll get John Travolta to fly in his,
Yes.
in his
Yes,
707.
please.
Sounds even better.
Exactly.
better.
Alice on the way.
So the Barianis, they were challenged culinarily because where can we get authentic prosciutto? Most of the stores in 1993, they don't even know what pancetta is.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
found Corti Brothers, they started shopping here, they got to know Darrell, and they said, hey, we've got a bunch of olive trees on our property, would you come out and look? So Darrell looked, he goes, oh, these are old mission trees, you should make oil. They started making oil. They started doing it at the farmers markets. Okay, in
Wasn't even a
1994,
thing.
it
Yeah.
wasn't a thing. Okay, they built a business, now they have 5,000 trees outside of Zamora, okay, in Yolo
okay.
County.
Oh, Zamora, yeah.
Okay, and Sebastian, the oldest son, went back to Italy to learn this.
And now he's making his
Minimum
own.
12-year-old, made from
Oh,
California
okay.
grapes.
That's cool.
This process,
Whoa.
that's 100 mil. This is 250. 2.5 of these bottles go in here.
Oh gosh.
And this is authentic production from
Okay. Now I know.
sugar to alcohol to acetic acid. Ruth Reichel was here. She did a talk in February of 2024, and she hadn't seen Darrell in a while. So she came in the morning because she had the talk, and just as we're opening, so just like this, we're
Yeah.
walking around, and what's new? And I said, oh, you have to take a, so she bought a couple of these. And if you look at her blog, La Brief, she actually wrote about this, and it was selling like crazy.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have to get some of that
how,
on our way.
how he is selling this, it's a hobby. He brought in barrels. He has a lot of barrels.
Yeah.
At some point, his prices are going to have to increase, but right now, this is the opportunity to taste an authentic process done in California.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's a guy in New Mexico that does this in New Mexico at the highest end. He's been doing it for 25, 30 years.
God, I love people and their hobbies.
So,
Yeah, so
oh.
this,
oh, are we getting to try this?
this is actually a little bit of a blend because this is some minimum 25 and some minimum 12.
Did
but
this
this
come
gives you-
over from?
But look at how thick it is.
Oh my God.
What would you?
Can
put
I
on
rip
this?
off one of the
What would be
basil?
your
Well, you-
recipe you would do with this?
I like it on ice cream. I love it on Parmigiano
Oh my gosh,
Reggiano.
that is
Okay,
delicious.
but it keeps going the length.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yes,
can
that's a
never
great
get
way to
that.
say that.
You can never get that out of this. There,
so good.
every time you taste, this is like wine.
Totally.
Okay. We're not going to throw names into it, but high-end wine, $200 a bottle, boom. 2020, 2021. You can taste them side by side,
Yeah.
and they're all going to be subjectively different, subjective to the taster.
Yes.
You can pull so many different
That
flavors.
is
out of it.
delicious.
So good.
I
Right?
could see how
And
you
like
could put this on
saving
ice
it.
cream.
Yes.
Like some people would say, "Oh, put that." Like he was telling us, put the olive oil on ice cream. Like, I mean,
It
I don't
coats the
know,
spoon.
but
Yeah.
it
Lamb,
does. That
lamb
was
chopped
delicious.
lollipops, just 3 dots. Okay, drizzled on meat.
I'm making sure I get every bit.
Just a little drizzle on the top of a salad.
Oh, totally.
You
That's
know, I mean,
amazing.
again, it's a rare, unique thing.
That's you travel around with in your purse.
This at that price,
Do you think that's would
Yeah.
you say that's similar?
Is that-
it's very, yes, because, okay, it's minimum 12. You know, this has,
I like this bottle though. I think it's
this comes from a set of barrels that has been producing vinegar certified since 1650. The smallest barrel is 3 liters. That means if they bottle once a year, they get 15 bottles.
so good.
It has the paper.
That's why that's $500.
Do people buy that?
We sell a couple a year.
That's amazing. We need
This
to
they buy a lot.
We're gonna
of.
We
get
need
to
to
that
make
level.
friends
We're
with
gonna
those people.
blow this between two shrubs
But
so
you know
we
what?
can buy $500.
I've only tasted this one time.
You mean it's not what you were tasting? I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
get to-
no, this one I've tasted a lot. This is from 1855. The
That's
Patria.
fascinating.
That's fabulous.
But this one I tasted
still
one
taste
time.
it.
Paul Bertoli, who at the time was in Savor magazine as the top Italian chef. He was chef co-owner of Oliveto in Berkeley. Now, when he left Oliveto, he started Fermani, the Okay. Paul is an amazing person. He did this as a hobby. So when he was at Oliveto, he would do a cetto balsamico dinner night because he made it. We had this production, and the family had a production in Modena, which they sold years ago. So we had 6 different offerings. Paul had 3 or 4 different offerings. The then executive chef for Jordan Winery was making it. This guy in New Mexico was making it. So you came to the dinner, and you got to do it, walk down the line and do a tasting.
Oh, how fun.
And they started with Paul's, and then the other guys, and then our 6. And the last one was this one.
The grand
So
finale.
here I am tasting. I mean, this was
You getting the last one?
20, 25 years ago.
Don't bluff.
So I taste this one, and it just, it's like this. And then I taste this one. And Darrell's looking at me with kind of a grin, and he's, what's wrong? And I went, that is not at all what I expected. I'm tasting all of these, and they're building.
Yeah.
1855, building. He goes, it isn't what you expect. I go, no. And he goes, why? I go, I don't know. You tell me. Well, what? Well, I was expecting intensity. He goes, nope.
Oh, it's delicate? Or
1650,
yeah.
1855. In the world, one thing changed. We had the Industrial Revolution.
I was going to say dinosaurs.
Okay. Well, no, we had the Industrial Revolution. So now we had steamships. Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't sailing
Yeah.
ships. We were building a lot. Hardwood started to become more expensive.
Oh, okay.
So what they never, and we had good milling equipment. What we never bothered with, juniper's a hardwood. But
Okay,
we never
yeah.
used it because why would you chop down all these juniper trees that you basically will get a barrel stave out of one trunk?
So
Why
it's
would you
wood.
do that?
Yeah.
Well, now you could do it because it was cheap and it grew quick. So we started making barrels out of juniper. When they incorporated juniper into
when
the
it
production
changed.
of it, changed the flavor. It made it more intense.
That does that
There
with
was
wine
no
too,
juniper.
right?
Yeah.
There was no
Yeah.
juniper. You smell juniper berries.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it resiny and intense. So the addition of juniper wood into the production of cetto balsamico tradizionale made a more intense
So
product.
it's just those little things.
This is one of the few that that anybody in the world will ever taste that is not a battery with juniper wood.
So it's called
wild.
how do you say
Aceto,
aceto?
which is vinegar.
Aceto.
Aceto.
Balsamico, which
Balsamico.
is
Okay.
balsam. That's multi-meaning, and then tradizionale, traditional balsamic vinegar.
Huh.
Oh, I
That's
love
a
it.
trip.
My
I know.
husband's name is Rick too, so I don't always remember your name.
There you go.
But
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
he would be fascinated by this.
There
I
you
know,
go.
that is super cool.
So-
good thing they can watch our video.
I know, and we can teach him. I'm like
so-
tempted to get him. If like, are any of these like the smaller? Which one would be good as
Well,
like a?
a good starting point, and it's our most popular one, is the minimum 12, but we're sold out of
Okay.
it. It's $45.
Okay.
But if you look at the minimum 12 for $45 for 100 cc's,
Yeah.
you need to get that to taste
Okay,
it.
so I feel like
Because now
Yeah.
you
so
have
I'm
this
picking
you have
some
this
up. Okay,
square
let's
in
reach
your
out to them.
memory.
Yeah.
And again, Ruth Reichel, she's one of the greats in the food
I'm
business
doing
in
it
the
on the video.
world.
Do you need some balsamic vinegar? It's delicious. I'm selling it for you.
There you go. Well, it's,
Yeah.
and again, with us, it's a matter of humility. People come in here, and there's always been a perception of this company. Well, high-end, expensive. No, not everything.
No.
That's what when I tell patients, they're like, "You're going to Corti Brothers." I know, but you're paying for quality too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but,
Right?
but
Like-
if you look at some of the values we have,
No, for sure.
It's good.
I just looked at your sales ad that they have. I love it. It's old school. Like if you go on they post
Yeah.
it on there. I remember that as a kid.
Oh, totally. I would go, to a
Go buy 2 sandwiches at Togo's. You're going to walk out $30 to $40.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here
You
you're
buy
going to
2
get
sandwiches
yes.
here, you're going to walk out between 20 and 25 unless you want a lot of add it.
But the
I don't
quality-
want to.
We shared that, and I've been to Disney World a couple of times. Well, I get a call from the director of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival.
Oh.
Was she making connections? Like,
She was making connections
She was doing
because
business.
she was a friend of Alice Waters. She lived in Paris. Richard Olney, who wrote the French cookbook, that it was said that's the only cookbook that Alice would have in the restaurant on the shelf. Urban legend, maybe.
Yeah.
But Richard Olney was her neighbor. She was hired to start up the Disney Paris food program, and she worked for Disney World Paris, or Disney Paris. They sent her to Orlando in '04.
She's probably like, what is this? Paris, Orlando?
In 2005, it was the 10th anniversary of the festival. And it was a 30-day festival in 2005 that we're adding 15 days. So here's this director that now has a 33% increase in
Filling.
what am I going to do? So she calls looking for product that Darrell was importing from Australia that nobody told her where they could get it. It was Australian product that was done by an Indian family, so it was Indian
Oh, maybe we should find
based condiments called Goan cuisine. And so I talked to her, and do you think Darrell would come? So I said, well, I think I can swing that. So I told Isla about it. Isla made Darrell promise that he would go to Disney World. Never a thought in a million years that he would go to Disney World. Anything
Darrell
Disney.
does Disney.
Yes, I don't blame him. Yeah.
So this was March 2005. Isla passed May 2nd, 2005. End of October, Darrell had to keep his promise.
Oh,
He and I
Yeah.
flew to Orlando. 6 o'clock in the morning, we're at the airport to Houston. He wasn't very talkative. Let's just say he wasn't completely into
but
going.
did he ride the rides? But did he ride the rides?
We get off in Houston. We have a delay. He lightened up a little bit. We get to Orlando late. They pick us up in a town car. They drive us to the yacht club where we're staying, and they said, "You're
nice.
expected at dinner." Well, when does it start? Well, it started 10 minutes ago. And Darrell's like, we're going to be late. So we drop our stuff, we get in the car, they take us to this venue where 70 people paid $125 in 2005 to
That was a lot of
be
money.
at
That's
an
a lot of money.
exclusive dinner hosted by the Turkish government.
Oh, whoa.
So it was
okay.
a 5-course meal. We were sat at the head table. We missed reception, we were sat at the head table.
Hey.
There was a wine that Darrell knew the variety that he never tasted. The meal was fabulous. They brought in a troupe of 50 dancers that had danced at Madison Square Garden the night before, called the Fire of Anatolia, doing traditional dancing.
Turkish dancing, okay.
Fabulous. Okay, so 9 o'clock. Okay, fireworks out around the lake. Fireworks. Okay, everybody go home. Not the head table. We were in that venue talking to the people from. They built that top chef of Istanbul to cook the dinner.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Okay.
cool.
That is cool.
What experience.
We were there until midnight. Disney World closed at 9 o'clock. They're telling Epcot, okay, everybody go. And at midnight, we walked out of the venue. The next day, we're walking around. Darrell had 3 little talks to do. And the rest of the time, I was walking around, eating, drinking experience. Darrell was running into people from Europe,
Eating
from
churros?
Asia, that he hadn't seen in 10 years.
Oh my
What are
gosh,
you
that's
doing
so
here?
cool.
What are you doing here?
Oh, that's fun.
Monday, we ate breakfast, getting ready to go back to the airport. He looked at me and said, I really didn't think I would enjoy this.
Aw.
Thank you. We went back in '06, we went back in '07, and Darrell
Is it
did
that
a
hard now?
private dinner for the executive chef of Victoria and Albert's, which is at the Floridian, which is the only restaurant that you have to wear a coat,
Oh, wow.
on his own. Because the executive chef's wife
He loved it.
was the
That's
director's
really cool.
assistant, and after her 5 years older, I don't know if she still is, she became the director.
Did he try a churro?
Oh yeah, I got him. I said we have to go on soaring.
Oh, yes, totally.
So I
That's
took
a
him
good
on
one.
soaring, and we're sitting.
legs
We're
dangling.
sitting, and we start going
Scary.
back, and he's, Rick, I'm afraid of heights.
Me too. I was afraid of that ride.
No more rides. I did get him to go on the land, the little boat on the land, which he loved.
Okay.
They took us behind the. I've got a photograph of Darrell holding up a Mickey-shaped pumpkin covering his face.
Oh, we have pumpkins covering our face too.
Well, in
Mickey
Disney,
ones.
they grow the
Oh, gosh,
pumpkin
they do
inside
everything.
Yes,
a
a
plastic.
mold.
That is
inside a mold.
crazy.
Yeah, just like the square watermelons.
I love
I
it.
saw that. I just saw that. You can buy that
Yeah.
mold. We should do those.
So, you can have fun.
Yeah.
We have to be thoughtful. We have to be respectful. We need to be sustainable.
Yes, that's what we're trying to teach you, instill in this young
Yes.
generation,
Well,
And Darrell was like he and Alice, they're all pioneers in doing this, but like starting something that wasn't popular.
There's another saying
And staying
that I
with it.
have. There's another saying
Another
that
shirt.
because it's reality.
Yeah.
Organic for a long time was a buzzword.
Oh,
was
for
a
sure.
buzzword.
It was also really hard for farmers and expensive for them
Okay.
to get that.
In
word.
Italy, most olive oils don't say certified organic. Why? Because if you're going to grow, if you're going to have olive trees,
Yeah.
and you're going to make oil, you're going to do it organically anyway. So
Why label it?
Why label it? Why spend the money to certify it? Here, we do it. We spend all the money because we want people to think it's better.
We do. I
Okay.
feel like that's just a thing
Okay,
we think.
you can make. I went to a mass merchandiser the other day, and I brought an oil. You guys want to taste it? Come
Yeah,
on, let's
yeah,
go back.
yeah.
Let's taste it.
Yeah.
Because this will blow you away.